Mr. Rance, you'd have to speak out a little bit because there's that thing which is making a noise behind you. Thank you very much. Yes, Mr.
Thank you for the indulgence, my lady. Mr. Rance, the black talon. We heard evidence from Professor Simon about it. What is black talon?
Black talon is a brand of ammunition, my lady.
And how is that relevant to self-defense?
It's less lethal ammunition.
There was one question in a questionnaire where the answer is, I don't know which one it was, don't shoot in the air. Why is that?
It's difficult to predict where the projectile will return to the earth and it may hurt somebody, my lady.
You've seen Mr. Pistorius shooting at the range.
I have, my lady.
Would you say on a distance of 2 to 3 meters, it would have been easy for him if he wanted to shoot high into a door to achieve that? Of course, we know that the shots were about 90 centimeters to 104. They were quite low.
Sorry, your question?
From a distance of 2 to 3 meters.
Yes, sir.
With his experience, would it have been easy for him to shoot high where the perceived trunk of the body would be or the head?
Absolutely, my lady.
Then, I'm not a collector of firearms, so I don't know, but your experience with people collecting firearms, would they be seen as upstanding people, as reckless people?
No, they would be upstanding people, my lady.
It's just that you have some people that have a love for firearms and collecting them and others not.
Correct.
I'm trying to understand if there's a link between a collector and recklessness, or is it the contrary true?
No, I would say that's contrary to, my lady.
Then you said, to a question dealing with the tumble dryer, you added you draw a gun as anyone else would.
Yes, my lady.
What is it that you intended to convey there?
We teach self-defense and clearing your house in a series of color codes. And if you heard a noise that was already inside your house, you would draw your firearm and clear your house or go from room to room to make sure what was the noise that was already inside your house, my lady.
Anything else? Thank you, my lady. I have no further questions.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Lau?
Just one question. In terms of legislation, are you allowed to possess how many handguns?
As a collector...
No, that's a collector. Just a normal person for self-defense.
You can acquire 4 firearms as a normal person, 1 pistol, 1 rifle, 1 shotgun, and perhaps a second pistol or a second shotgun, depending on its purpose, my lady.
Now, the only way of getting more than 4, the only way of getting more than 2 are the pistols or handguns. What would that be?
You would need a dedicated status, either sporting, hunting, collecting.
Now, before you met this accused, was he a collector?
No, my lady.
He had how many firearms?
He had a single pistol, my lady.
9mm pistol.
Correct, my lady.
I've nothing further, my lady.
Mr. Rains, thank you very much for your assistance. You may be excused.
Thank you, my lady.
State calls Warrant Officer van Staden. 103 on the list of witnesses.
Whilst we're waiting, I undertook on Friday to make available certain of the exhibits. May I use the time to do that? Lady, one was the photo BB with the footprints on the door, consistent with police footprints. We handed to you a black and white. May I make the color copy available as undertaken? And then during the evidence of Colonel van Rensburg, we had 5 separate photos that we referred to. The one was of the fan at KK, different positions of the slippers as LL, or the slip-slops as MM, a different position with the sandal or the slop and the gym bag. As NN for Nelly Nelly, showing a different position of the slippers or the slops.
It's sandals, isn't it?
In my lady.
I'm saying it's sandals.
The
I see
sandals.
sandals.
Sandals, yes.
Yes.
And oh, my lady, I want to qualify that was Colonel van Rensburg saying that he was working with the plug at the fan, and there was also limited light coming through the curtain. You cannot see it on the photo, the limited light. What we will do, my lady, is to, where it's on the disc, make that available for better view, and we'll hand that in as an exhibit once that's available. It will be during the course of the day, just to get a clearer picture of the last photo where Colonel van Rensburg was working on the fan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
As the court pleases, provided that the photograph is proven. It was made available to the defence, but it's not part of the state's case, so if Mr. Roux would want to do that, it will have to be proven.
Yes, ma'am.
As if we want to rely on the content of the photograph, Mr. Roux will have to prove it, and because at the moment it's handed in as having received it from the state, and that's all. It's not my case.
Of course, we will bring evidence that it's one of the police photos given to us by the state.
As the court pleases.
Just hold on. May the witness be sworn in?
Sir, please state the full names of the record.
Barend Matthijs van Staden.
Do you have any objection in taking the prescribed oath?
Geen.
Do you consider the prescribed oath to be binding on your conscience?
Doen.
Do you swear that the evidence about the give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? If so, raise your right hand up and say so help you God.
So help me God.
Witness is sorry, my lady. Can you Afrikaans?
Afrikaans.
Thank you. Yes, Mr.
Yes, Adjutant Officer, and these van die Suid-Afrikaanse polisie. You're a warrant officer. I'm supposed to speak English.
He's the adjutant officer.
You're a warrant officer.
Dis korrek.
That is correct, my lady.
And you're attached to the which section?
By watter afdeling is u werksaam?
Die plaaslike kriminele rekordsentrum.
The local criminal record center, my lady.
And at the local criminal record center, you attached to which section
By
within
watter afdeling is
the
u
office?
werksaam?
Die fotografiese afdeling.
The photographic section, my lady.
How many years experience do you have in the South African Police
Hoeveel
Service?
jaar ervaring het meneer in die Suid-Afrikaanse polisie?
21 jaar.
21 years, my lady.
And how many years of experience at the local criminal record center?
En hoeveel jaar ervaring by die plaaslike kriminele rekordsentrum?
8 jaar hier.
8 years, my lady.
At the local criminal record center, do you have 8 years?
8 jaar by die plaaslike kriminele rekordsentrum.
Nee, 8 jaar as fotograaf.
I'm sorry, my lady. 8 years as a photographer.
And have you been at the local criminal record center for more than 8 years?
Was jy by die kriminele rekordsentrum vir meer as 8 jaar?
Dis korrek, ja,
That
hierdie
is correct, my lady.
How many years?
Hoeveel jaar?
12 jaar.
12 years.
Now, on the evening of 13 February 2013,
Meer op die aand van die 13de van Februarie 2013
were you on duty?
was hy aan diens.
Dis korrek, Kerle.
That is correct, my lady.
Were you the standby photographer?
Was hy die standby fotografeer.
Dis korrek, Kerle.
That is correct, my lady.
What does that mean?
Wat beteken dit, standby fotografer? Wat beteken dit?
Kerle, dit beteken dat ek op bystand is vir enige beweerde misdaadtonele wat
My lady
gerapporteer
means
word.
that I'm on standby for, at any crime scenes which needs to be photographed.
And on that particular night, were you at the scene?
By die betrokke aan was hy by die toneel.
Dis korrek, Kerle.
That is correct, my lady.
Colonel van Rensburg testified about the scene at Mooikloof. Were you at that scene?
Kolonel van Rensburg het die hof van voorval plaasgevind vertel te Mooikloof was meneer op daar by die toneel.
Dis korrek, Kerle.
That is correct, my lady.
And you took photographs at that
Ek
particular
het
scene?
foto's by die toneel geneem.
Dis korrek, Kerle.
That is correct, my lady.
And this particular scene that we're dealing with, were you at this scene?
By die betrokke voorval wat ons nie besig is tans, was meneer daar by die toneel.
Dis korrek, Kerle.
That is correct, my lady.
How did that happen?
Hoe dit gekom? Of hoe dit gebeur het?
As bystandsfotograaf is
As a standby photographer,
ek gekontak
I was contacted
om die betrokke toneel by te woon.
to attend to this particular scene, my lady.
And when?
En wanneer was het?
Dit was op die 14de Februarie
It was on the 14th of February
2013.
2013, my lady.
And you arrived at the scene at what time?
Hoe laat het u by die toneel aangekom?
04:50.
04:50, my lady.
Now, you had your equipment with you,
U was in besit van die toerusting.
Dis korrek, Kerle.
That is correct, my lady.
and what camera did you use?
Watter tipe kamera het meneer gebruik?
Dit is 'n Canon
Was a Canon
iOS
IRS
550D.
550D.
And what particular lens?
En watter tipe lens was dit?
Dit is 'n standaard 32 by
It was a standard 32 by
35.
35.
Now,
Sorry, 28.
yes.
Excuse, 28 by 35.
You made a mistake, my lady. He says it was a 28 by 35.
Now, what happened when you arrived at the scene?
Wat het gebeur op die manier wie die toneel aankom?
Ek het by die betrokke toneel aangekom en
I
vir
arrived at the set scene
adjutant-offisier Botha
En
op die
van-
toneel ontmoet.
and met up with warrant officer Botha at the scene. Ja.
And
En
Die oude Botha het my in kortliks vertel wat gebeur het
warrant officer Botha told me shortly as to what happened.
en het my toe deur die toneel gevat.
He then took me through the scene, my lady.
and after he took you through the scene, what
En
happened?
hy van hier deur die toneel geneem het wat het gebeur het.
Ek het aan oude Botha versoek dat die toneel skoongemaak moet word van al die mense wat op die toneel
Gewees het.
was.
I requested warrant officer Botha to clear the scene of all the people who have seen. Ja,
And after that,
en nadat.
Na dit het ek in die motorhuis ingegaan.
Afterwards, I get into the, went inside the garage.
can we just, perhaps there's one aspect we have to deal with. And after that, you started with taking photographs.
Nadat ek meneer moes foto's neem, nee.
Dis korrek, heer.
Dit
Ja.
is correct, my lady.
Now, the photographs on the camera that you used, it's stored on a SD card, am I correct?
Dis
Al die
korrek,
foto's
heer
wat ek neem
Lagman.
met op die kameras word op die SD-kaart gewaar, nee, bewaar. Dit is correct.
And each photograph contains metadata
Elke fotograaf het dan meterdata
of a foot.
op
Each
een foto.
photo.
Elke foto.
Gefoto.
Ja,
Dis korek,
dit is
heer.
correct, my lady.
What can you see on the metadata of each photograph?
Wat sien jy op die meterdata van elke foto?
Heer, jy kan sien die datum en tyd van die
You can
foto,
see the date as well as the time of the photo.
as ook die foto's nommer en
As well as the photo
volgorde.
number.
So each photograph you take gets a number and that follows on each other.
Elke foto wat meneer vat het een nummer en dit volg, soos wat het volg.
Dis korek, heer.
Dit is correct, my lady.
Now, in taking photographs, did you delete any photographs?
As daar enige foto's wat meneer afgesneer het, deliteer het.
Geen nie, hulle.
None, my lady.
Now, if such an SD card is full, what do you do with it?
Stel nou maar die SD-kaart is vol, wat doen meneer aan nie?
Die SD-kaart word in 'n koevert geseël
The SD-card is being sealed inside an envelope.
en dit word by 'n admin klerk ingedien vir verifikasie.
Is then handed over to the admin clerk for verification, my lady.
Yes, and what happens then?
En wat gebeur er dan nou?
Die betrokke klerk sit die SD-kaart dan laai die SD-kaart af op 'n rekenaar
The admin clerk will then load off the SD card on the computer or the system.
en sy sal 'n betrokke file oopmaak vir die fotograaf.
She'll then open up a specific file for that photo, for the photographer, my lady.
Okay.
Thank you.
And as photographer, you will receive a copy of it.
En soos die fotograaf sal meneer 'n afskrif van hy ontvang.
Dis korrek, heer hulle.
That is correct, my lady.
And you refer to that as what?
En u verwys na dit as wat?
What copy?
It's a working copy wat die fotograaf ontvang.
It's a working copy which is being received by the photographer.
And is there a master copy made?
Is daar 'n meesterkopie wat gemaak word?
Dis korrek, heer hulle.
That is correct, my lady.
Who keeps that?
Wie doen dit?
Die admin klerk
Dat
stoor
is-
die master copy.
The administration clerk stores the master copy, my lady.
Now, apart from storing a master copy, is there also an archive made of all the SD cards that's downloaded?
Behalve die meeste kopie wat bewaar word, is daar ook argiewe wat geopen word.
Dis korrek, kerel.
Dit is correct, my lady.
Now, you indicated that you went into the garage.
U het gesê het in die motorhuis ingestap.
Dis korrek, kerel.
Dit is correct, my lady.
Now, you have your album with you in front of
U
you.
is mos in besit van die album voor u, net.
Dis korrek, kerel.
Correct, my lady.
And in preparation for your evidence, you checked the metadata specifically about the times those photographs were taken. Am I
Om
correct?
voorbereidings te doen vir u getuienis, het u die meterdata gesê.
Dis korrek, kerel.
Dit is correct, my lady.
So, we'll go through the metadata
Ons gaan
and
nou
the
weer die
times.
meterdata, hoe die tye.
But what happened when you went into the garage?
Maar wat het gebeur nadat jy nou in die motorhuis gegaan het?
Ek het die deur agter ons toegemaak en dit was net ek en die beskuldigde in die motorhuis.
I closed the door behind us and it was just me and the accused inside the garage.
Ek het aan die beskuldigde verduidelik wie ek is
I explained to the accused as to who I was
en wat se prosedure ek gaan uitvoer.
and told him what procedure I'm going to conduct, my lady.
What procedure was that?
Wat voor procedure was het?
Dit was die neem van PR toetse
That was the taking of PR tests
en die fotografering van die beskuldigde.
as well as the photographing of the accused.
Yes.
Ja, meneer.
Ek het toe aan oude Botha gaan vra of die beskuldigde sy hande gewas het.
I then went to a statement from Warrant Officer Botha as to whether the accused had washed his hands.
Hy het oorspronklik vir my gesê nee
He originally or initially told me no.
en toe het hy vir luitenant-kolonel van Rensburg gaan vra.
He then went to ask Lieutenant Colonel van Rensbeek that.
En die kolonel het gesê ja, hy het.
The colonel answered by saying yes, he did.
Ek is terug in die motorhuis
I went back into the garage
en ek het die beskuldigde ook gevra of hy sy hande gewas het.
and I also asked the accused as to whether he washed his hands
En hy het aan my gesê ja.
and he said yes.
And you then did the tests?
En toen doen meneer die toetsen.
Dis korrek julle, ek het in elk geval die toetse gedoen.
That is correct, my lady. I had in any case
And those tests were done
the tests.
on his hands.
Die toetsen was op zijn handen gedaan.
Dis korrek julle.
That is correct, my lady.
And you also took photographs.
En u het ook foto's van dat geneem.
Dis korrek julle, ek het die beskuldigde gefotografeer.
That is correct, my lady. I did take photographs of the accused.
Now, in the album in front of you, those photographs one can find at photograph 155.
Kijk naar foto nummer 155.
It's Exhibit E, my lady. It was handed in. Now, at what time was that photograph taken?
Hoe laat was die foto genomen hier?
Op 05:12.
At 12 minutes past 5, my lady. 05:12.
They say, just have a look at photograph 156.
Kijk naar foto nummer 156.
What time was that
Hoe
taken?
laat was die foto genomen?
05:12.
The same time, my lady. 05:12.
157
157.
05:12
The same time, my lady. 05:12.
and 158.
158.
05:12 hier.
05:12, my lady.
Let us just, whilst we're there, photograph 159. What time was that taken?
Kom ons kyk nou 159. Hoe laat was die foto geneem?
07:39 hier.
At 07:39.
160
En 160
0739 julle.
0739
161
161.
0739
The
julle.
same time, 739, my lady.
and 162
162
Om 0740 julle.
at 0740.
163
163
Om 0739 julle.
at 0739.
Now, once you've taken photographs of the accused, what did you do?
Na jy nou meneer, die bestel foto's geneem het, wat het meneer doen?
Ek is weer uit buit na die voorkant van die woning toe
I also went out to the front portion of the house, of the premises,
en het 'n vooraansig van die woning geneem.
and took a front view photograph of the premises itself.
That one can see on number 2, am I right?
Dat sien ons op nummer 2 nie.
Dis korrek julle.
That is correct, my lady.
At what time was that photograph
Hoe
taken?
laat was hy foto geneem, meneer?
Om 05:15 julle.
At 05:15, my lady.
After you've taken that photograph, what did you do?
Na hy meneer nou die foto geneem het, wat het hy gedoen?
Ek het binne in die woning ingegaan
I went inside the house
en ek het foto's begin neem van die toneel
and started taking photos of the scene.
And we can see that on photograph 3, am I right?
Dit sien ons op foto nummer 3 nie.
Dis korrek julle.
That is correct, my lady.
At what time was that
Hoe
taken?
laat was die foto geneem?
05:16 julle.
At 05:16, my lady.
Photograph 4,
Foto nummer 4.
Om 05:16
The
julle.
same time, my lady, 05:16,
photograph 5,
5.
Om 05:17 julle.
At 05:17, my lady.
and photograph number 6.
Foto nummer 6.
Om 05:17
At
julle.
05:17, my lady.
And your interest in taking that photograph at photograph number 6 was?
En die belang om die foto nummer 6 te neem was
Die bloedspatsels op die bank.
the blood spatters on the chair, my lady.
Photograph number 7 was taken at what time?
Hoe laat was foto nummer 7 geneem?
05:17
At
julle.
05:17, my lady.
And again, your interest was the
En
blood
die
spatter.
belang om die foto te neem, meneer, wat was het toe?
Die bladspatter.
Also the blood stains, my lady.
Photograph 8 is just a close-up of what one can
Foto
see.
nummer 8 is maar net aan gestaande foto, nee.
Dis korrek julle.
And the
That is
time?
correct, my lady. Hoe laat was het?
05:17,
05:17,
Photograph 9,
nummer 9.
05:18,
05:18
and number 10.
en nummer 10.
05:18 julle.
05:18, my lady.
And photograph number 11,
En nummer 11.
05:16 julle.
05:16, my lady.
then photograph 12 won't be on the screen,
En foto 12 sal nie op die skerm gewys word nie, nee.
Korrek julle.
Correct, my lady.
that's a photograph of the deceased body as you found it, am I
Dis
right?
die foto van die oorledene se liggaam soos wat meneer het gevind het.
Dis korrek julle.
That is correct, my lady.
And that photograph was taken at what time?
En hoe laat was die foto geneem?
Om 05:23 julle.
At 05:23, my lady.
And photograph 13,
En foto nummer 13.
Om 05:24 julle.
At 05:24, my lady.
now if we follow the times of the photos, one will now have to go to photograph 132.
As ons nou die tye volg van die foto's, dan sal ons na 132 toe gaan, nee.
Dis korek julle.
Is correct, my lady.
That won't be on the screen.
Dit sal ook nie op die skerm gewys word.
Now photograph 132 was taken at what time?
Hoe laat was foto nummer 132 geneem?
Om 05:24 julle.
At 05:24, my lady.
Photograph 133,
En 133.
Om 05:23 julle.
At 05:23, my lady.
134,
134.
Om 05:24 julle.
At 05:24, my lady.
135,
135.
Om 05:30
At
julle.
30, my lady.
136.
136.
Om 05:31
It's
hier.
0531, my lady.
137.
137.
Om 05:31 hier.
It's 0531.
138.
138.
Om 05:31.
0531.
139.
139.
Om 05:41.
0541, my lady.
En 140.
140.
140.
Om 05:40
It's
hier.
0540, my lady.
141.
141.
Om 05:40 hier.
0540, my lady.
And 142.
And 142.
Om 05:31.
0531.
143.
143.
Om 05:37 hier.
It's 0537, my lady.
144.
144.
Om 05:38
It's
hier.
0538, my lady.
145.
145.
Om 05:38 hier.
0538.
146.
146.
Om 05:39.
0539.
147.
147.
Om 05:31 hier.
0531.
And 148.
148.
Om 05:33 hier.
0533.
149.
149.
Om 05:32 hier.
0532, my lady.
And 150.
150.
Om 05:35 hier.
0535, my lady.
151.
151.
Om 05:35 hier.
0535, my lady.
What is that photograph of?
Wat se foto's zien die?
Dis 'n foto van die oorledene se swart vest.
It's a photo of the deceased black colored vest.
And what did you want to depict on that
Wat
photo?
voor
What we
manier op
don't
die
see
foto
there?
uitgewees het?
Die gat wat in die kledingstuk was.
The hole which was on the item itself, my lady, on the vest.
Then photograph 152.
On 152,
Dit was om 05:35 hierle.
that was taken at around 0535.
And those were photographs of the wounds on the deceased chest.
En dat was die foto's van die wonde wat op die oorledene se bors gewees het.
Dis korrek hier.
That is correct, my lady.
153.
153,
Om 05:42
that was taken at 0542.
And those were wounds.
En dis hy ook die wonde.
Where were those wounds?
Waar was die wonde?
Die betrokke wonde op foto 153 is op die agterkant van die beskuldigde se rug.
Okay, the photos depicted on photo number 153 was
Mr. Rains, thank you very much for your assistance. You may be excused.
Thank you, my lady.
State calls Warrant Officer van Staden. 103 on the list of witnesses.
Collecting them and others not.
Correct.
I'm trying to understand if there's a link between a collector and recklessness, or is it contrary to?
No, I would say that's contrary to, my lady.
Then you said, to a question dealing with the tumble dryer, you added, you draw a gun as anyone else would.
Yes, my lady.
What is it that you intended to convey there?
We teach self-defense and clearing your house in a series of color codes. And if you heard a noise that was already inside your house, you would draw your firearm and clear your house or go from room to room to make sure what was the noise that was already inside your house, my lady.
Anything else? Thank you, my lady. I have no further questions.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Lau?
Just one question. In terms of legislation, are you allowed to possess how many handguns?
As a collector,
No, that's a collector. Just a normal person for self-defense.
you can acquire 4 firearms as a normal person, 1 pistol, 1 rifle, 1 shotgun, and perhaps a second pistol or a second shotgun, depending on its purpose, my lady.
Now, the only way of getting the only way of getting more than 2 are the pistols or handguns. What would that be?
You would need a dedicated status, either sporting, hunting, collecting.
Now,
My lady.
before you met this accused, was he a collector?
No, my lady.
He had how many firearms?
He had a single pistol, my lady.
9mm pistol.
Correct, my lady.
I've nothing further, my lady.
Mr. Rance, you'd have to speak out a little bit because there's that thing which is making a noise behind you. Thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Wu?
Thank you for the indulgence, my lady. Mr. Rains, the black talon. We heard evidence from Professor Simon about it. What is black talon?
Black talon is a brand of ammunition, my lady.
And how is that relevant to self-defense?
It's less lethal ammunition.
There was one question in the questionnaire where the answer is, I don't know which one it was, don't shoot in the air. Why is that?
It's difficult to predict where the projectile will return to the earth, and it may hurt somebody, my lady.
You've seen Mr. Pistorius shooting at the range.
I have, my lady.
Would you say on a distance of 2 to 3 meters, it would have been easy for him if he wanted to shoot high into a door to achieve that? Of course, we know that the shots were about 90 centimeters to 104. They were quite low.
Sorry, your question?
From a distance of 2 to 3 meters,
Yes, sir.
with his experience, would it have been easy for him to shoot high where the perceived trunk of the body would be or the head?
Absolutely, my lady.
Then, I'm not a collector of firearms, so I don't know, but your experience with people collecting firearms, would they be seen as upstanding people, as reckless people?
No, they would be upstanding people, my lady.
It's just that you have some people that have a love for firearms and